Hey guys, so today I'm coming back to you to show you how I did my invisible ponytail and turned it into this cute bubble ponytail. If you'd like to see how I did this, continue watching.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type.
So guys, right now I'm just starting off by blowing out her hair. And this is her hair in its natural state, so I'm just going to go ahead and blow it out. Once that's done, I'm going to start off by parting her hair into small pieces and flatten it, making sure that everything is straight from root to end. You want to make sure your client's roots are completely straight for this look. So right now you can see I'm going in at her hairline and pressing it all out. You want to make sure it is straight. So once your client's hair is completely straight and you finish blow drying it, you're gonna go ahead and kind of brush out her baby hairs that you're gonna fix up, and take your tail comb and just part from ear to ear so that the whole top section is what we're gonna work with first. So I'm just combing up the top section because that's the part I'm gonna catch up and work with first. But before you free spray any of her hair, before you slick up her hair, you want to make sure her edges that you're going to work with later on is left out. So now I'm going to go ahead, catch up her hair, and start using the got2b free spray and just spraying it all over that top portion of her hair. Once that's complete, I'm going to go in with my tail comb and start smoothing everything out. And by doing this, I'm using the tail comb and going in with my hand to follow. And once it's smooth, I'm going to go in with my blow dryer so that everything turns stiff. And I'm just going in sections. So I start with the top, then the bottom half, and then all the way at the bottom. So now I'm catching the bottom half and spraying it and doing the same exact thing that I did to the top. And I'm going to follow through with that for each section. So once that section is done, I'm taking out the band that I catched up the top with, and I'm just going to put that part in that I just finished and catch it up all together in one. And as I said before, I'm just doing the same thing to the third section. And one of the most important parts, you want to make sure that before you start blow drying this bottom half, you make sure you tell your client to keep her head up while you blow dry it, just to avoid a dent when her head finally lifts up in the back. So now I'm going in with my edge booster, and this is the wax stick, and I'm just going to apply this wax stick all around the ponytail that I already just flicked up with the free spray. And this is just to make it, I find it makes the hair more slick. So this is really just a preference thing. And then I'm just gonna go in with my tail comb, and it might be a bit hard because we already molded the free spray, but you just comb it all up, and I'm now just re-catching her hair all together for the final time. So once that is done, I just go back with the free spray all over and just make sure it's all slick. And I'm using the bottom of the tail comb to just smoothen out the hair. And I find that this makes a huge difference. It takes out any gaps. It just really smooths it out. And I would suggest using the metal tail. So now I'm just going ahead and braiding her ponytail, getting it ready so that we can sew it. And I'm using these mega black strips, and I'm just gonna wrap it around her hair just so that it keeps her hair molded while I go ahead and sew on her ponytail. And I just try my best to make sure her whole head is covered. So I went ahead and took that braid out because she wanted her ponytail longer. So now I'm adding in braiding hair as I braid so that her ponytail can start longer, because we sew from the end of the ponytail going all the way up. So by making the braid longer, we have way more length. So I just cut off where I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing her bundles. So I just start off by putting the needle through the weft of the hair, and then I go ahead and knot it onto the ponytail, so onto the bottom of the braid. And I normally do this when I start sewing the first track, like the first end, just for security purposes. And then all I do is I wrap the bundle around and sew, or I should say tie a knot. So I only tie a knot on the top of the braid, as you can see, and I just wrap it around. So once I wrap it around and I reach it back to the top, then I go ahead and I just tie the knot just on that top part. And this is how I create my invisible ponytails. This is me just finishing up the ponytail. If you run out of one bundle, you just use another one we used a bundle and a half on her ponytail, and I just sewed all the way until I reached the top. So now I'm just going ahead and brushing out the hair, and then I'm gonna go through and flat iron. So now that her ponytail is completely straight, I am just taking a small piece from the back and I'm using that as my wraparound for the ponytail. I'm going to go in with my black 𝐇𝐔𝐍𝐍𝐘 gel, and I'm just going to spread it around that piece while combing it through, and I'm just going to use that and wrap the ponytail around. Well, not the ponytail, but I'm going to wrap that piece around so you don't see the tracks. And now that my invisible ponytail is done, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in the elastic bands. I'm using small black rubber elastic bands. You need to make sure these elastic bands are strong because it has to pull through the client's entire ponytail, and I double the elastic, so I pull it through once and then I go ahead and pull it through again. So you want to be very careful. Also, with this ponytail, you want to make sure you're being mindful of the amount of space you have in between each elastic band. So you just want to be mindful and space them out pretty much the same each time. And right now I'm honestly just eyeballing it. So at the end, there's just going to be a small little piece that's left, and honestly, that is completely fine. I didn't see a problem with it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start separating each piece by pulling it lightly. And I'm going to pull at the sides, and I'm going to pull at the middle and at the back. So I'm kind of creating a bubble by expanding it. So the sides, the back, you want to pull around. You basically just want to pull all around so it gives you a bubble effect. And you just pull out. So you pull out from the sides, you pull out from the middle and the back. And then you can pull pieces, whatever you feel that needs to be pulled, you can just pull them lightly. Then I'm gonna go and take off her wraps. As you can see, her hair is smooth. And I'm gonna take my edge booster and just do her edges quickly. And if you see anything that you feel needs touching up, you can go ahead and touch it up. And this is the final look.